Welcome to my cluttered garage. I'm really glad you're here. A place where we can laugh and talk and days are filled with cheer. The clouds and sun may come and go, but one thing's always clear. Welcome back, my friend. You know I'm really glad you're here.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back, my friends. I am really glad you're here on this Monday, April 24th, 2023. And here we are. Here we are once again, 115 live streams. And I'm here and you're here and lots of comments. So I really appreciate seeing you here tonight. Early on the live stream, live chat tonight, I see Kent from Hope Construction. Hurt your shoulder. I'm sorry to hear about that. See lots of well wishes there, but I hope you get that worked out pretty well. Even saw that Ross apparently pulled his back sleeping. So you gotta ease up, Ross. You know, don't sleep so hard. Kent's out there working too hard, and Ross is sleeping too hard, I guess. Anyway, well, good to see you here tonight. I see David from RCF Polar Express and Manisto Key and Chris from the Watershed Overlook. And our friend John Ritter and Bob Pers and Dave Martin. Good to see you all tonight. And what about tonight? Well, once in a while, I don't have a schedule, but once in a while, we kind of open up the lines, so to speak, and bring folks on to talk about almost whatever they want, you know, that's tractor related or outdoors or DIY or living out in the country, rural life, that kind of stuff we'd like to talk about. So, or we can talk about getting old too, apparently, with all these aches and pains that people have. I happen to have some aches and pains myself. For the past 8 weeks or so, I've been dealing with plantar fasciitis in my left foot. Second time in my life. The last time I had this was probably 15 years ago. And if you don't know what it is, it's the description is micro tears in your, I guess it's the ligament or tendon that runs from your heel to the front of your foot and kind of basically holds your foot up. And man, it hurts, especially when you've been off of it for a while. And then when you step back on it, because it had it shrunk during that time. And then when you step on it, it tries to stretch again. It hurts. So last time I had it, I read that you just kind of had to let it go away, which takes sometimes several months. So I stretch it and it's healing, I suppose, but it hurts. But every 15 years, I guess that's not so bad. So that's what we'll do tonight. We're going to open things up. Of course, got to remind you to give the thumbs up. Appreciate that. Later on, we'll do a sticker giveaway. We'll pick out something fun to give away tonight. Of course, during the live stream, if you have a question, post it in the live chat with this question, just like this question, followed by your question. And that's kind of how it goes. But I do want to say, as I always do, if it's your first time here on the live stream, let us know in the live chat. Say hi. Let us know where you found the channel. Did you find it on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok? Where did you find the channel, and what brought you to tonight's live stream? So, thank you for that. Let's look at some comments, and we'll see what else is going on. A lot of comments are going on. Hi, David. Bob, thanks for noticing. Yes, I'm a little gruff today, aren't I? Scruffy and gruff. Sometimes I get lazy and I do a no shave Sunday, and it turns into a no shave Monday, and I thought I'm not going to see anybody. It doesn't matter. And then of course here we are. Anyway, I've never grown a mustache or a beard. Never did. Never really had the desire to. Maybe someday when I retire, when like David Letterman, I'll just let it go down like that. Don't know. Hello, Margaret. I'm glad you have no pain. Good for you. No pain. She says no pain here. All right. Well, that's good. Have you ever had plantar fasciitis? Has anybody ever had it? Can anybody relate? Let me know in the comments. Hey, Phil, what do you mean? Oh, your internet kicked you off again. That is a bummer. Do you have Starlink? I know you're out there in the country in little Nashville. So I wonder sometimes what some of these rural places have. We're pretty rural here, but we're also fortunate, if you want to call it that, to have cable Comcast run right past the house. There are places that are less than a mile away that don't have any kind of cable or internet. So, it's expensive. You complain about it that it's a ripoff, but yet you're happy to have it. I'm happy to have it. And it's kind of a monopoly because there's really no competition. Now there's competition with Starlink. I don't even know if you'd call that competition, but finally there is high-speed internet for many rural areas through satellite internet through Starlink, and I hear amazing things about it, especially if you've been dealing with super slow internet where you don't have cable or fiber. It's supposedly a great option. I actually signed up for it, even though we have cable. It was not available in our area. So I signed up thinking, oh, just help show an interest in the area. Several of my neighbors who don't have cable signed up for it. And then it came to the area. You had to put $100 deposit down, which was, they had my money for like a year and a half. So then once it becomes available, you have to pay like $300-400 for the equipment. And then I think you pay $100 a month for service. I was going to just try it to see how it compares with cable because it has faster upload speeds than I have, but everything I read about it said you still can't beat a hardwired service. So I canceled my order and got my $100 back. But again, if you're in a rural area, I hear tell it's really good stuff to have. It's some good internet, that Starlink stuff. All right. Jason is still at work. Well, I won't tell anybody you're at work, but thanks for joining us, Jason. So Linda's here, going to check the bees tomorrow. Good idea. Bees are very active. I was next to a holly bush or holly. It wasn't a holly tree. It's different than that. It must be a holly bush or some other type of holly tree. And the bees were just insanely active around this holly. I'm going to call it a holly bush, but it was 20 feet tall, really full. I wouldn't think they'd be getting really pollen from that. And it's not like flowers or whatnot, but they were all over this thing. So that was pretty interesting. You'd make some holly honey. Okay. So when workers play, oh, you spent the morning repeating your rear tire onto the rim, or I guess beating it on. How did that happen? Did it fall off, or did you get a new tire? That shouldn't happen. I do know if you don't have fluid in your tires, and maybe even if you do have fluid in your tires, you got to keep your tire pressure up, especially with a front end loader. I see a lot of tractors that have low tire pressure in their front tires, especially, and you use the loader and the tire's kind of soft. The danger of that is if you're putting a lot of weight on the tractor with the loader and then you turn and that tire is soft, you're going to knock the bead off. And that it's not good. That's not good. I'm looking for a comment. Sometimes I read a comment and then I don't know what they're talking about, so I try to look back. But it could be way back. Way back. Yeah. Can't find it. Anyway, then let's move forward. If you can't move back, then move forward, right? That's what I always say. I always say that. Ask anybody. He always says that. Thank you, David. Good supportive shoes and warm water soak for plantar fasciitis. Yeah, I haven't done the warm water soak. That's a good idea. The last time I had it, which was the first time I had it, I I have a picture of it somewhere. If I knew I was going to talk about this, I would show you. But I tried for a while. I would ball up a sock and put it in my boot, and then it would, create this high arch. It was kind of uncomfortable. When things hurt in a good way, that's kind of what it did. And then at night, I would take my shoes off, and one time I took one of those friction clamps, and I put that on my heel, and I clamped my heel because it feels really good when you squeeze your heel sideways, um, left to right side. So I clamped my heel to put pressure on it, and then I took a bungee cord around my big toe and wrapped it around the back of my calf so that my foot was forced back this way. That's kind of what it is, and that felt good too. And that was kind of my homemade physical therapy that I did, and it relieved some pain. It was pretty good. It was quite a contraption though. So yeah, but the soaking is a good idea. Chuck Wood, good to see you make the comment here. You've been lurking, huh? But not commenting. I get it. Wow. Manisto Key, Mark, your bees are still under 2 inches of snow. You need to warm up and get those bees happening. Yeah, you're right, Kent. We should just have an evening where we all talk about what ails us. I believe there'd be a lot of comments on that for sure. For sure. So, what I'm going to do, as I mentioned, I'm going to open up the lines and just ask you if you'd like to come on and say hello or ask a question or talk about something, again, related to what we talk about here, rural life, tractors, equipment, all that kind of stuff. Be on your best behavior. I'll let you on the show and we could chat. How would that be? That'd be fun. It's always fun to see who comes in. I'm looking for a comment or question. Okay. All right. And hi, Brian. Good to see you. Let's do this then. Let's have to do this. So if you're going to join the live stream tonight, and not everybody's going to get to join, unfortunately, if we have enough in the background, I'll see you in the background, and if I can bring you on, I will. But if you're going to join tonight, you need obviously a webcam if you're going to be on screen, a microphone. It's good if you have headphones so you don't get feedback. But if you do, we'll deal with it and kick you off. That's how we'll do it. How about that? Good idea. So I have to. How do I do this? That's a banner. I got to make a comment. There we go. Comment. Here we go. I'll just post this You can click on that screen if you want, and then you might be able to join that. There we go. So yeah, we'll talk a little bit, and we'll give away some stickers. And by the way, if you're new to the live chat or live stream, if it's your first time here, I only live stream for 1 hour on Monday night, so we'll be done by 8 o'clock. So it's pretty short. As was it PT Barnum said, always leave them wanting more from Barnum and Bailey? Wasn't that their saying there? Always leave them wanting more. I think so. Yeah. So anyway, if you'd like to join, click on that link. We'll have a chat, and let's see who's coming in now. Oh, it looks like our good Canadian friend is in the background. You all know Ross on the land, right? Let's see what Ross is up to tonight. If he can muster up enough energy since he hurt his back sleeping. Let's see. Hey, Ross.
Hey, Ed.
How are you feeling? You all right?
I'd like to be in a stretcher or like one of those stretch machines.
Like squatted down a little bit. You
Yeah.
can't sit upright. Anyway, so I'm sorry that you hurt your back. Don't mean to make fun. I hurt my back just bending one time, just turned the wrong way, and it's not fun.
Yeah. So I think it was because over the weekend I overextended my abilities, cutting down trees. We changed tires on cars. We changed tires on motorcycles, did oil changes and a whole bunch of stuff. And then I was just really tired. And then at 5 o'clock in the morning, my back just went out.
No thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a major shop cleanup, right?
Yep.
Good spring cleaning, right?
It was nice, yeah. One of our
There you
only
go.
nice days, so
Kent he offered to send you his inversion table. So
that would be nice. Thanks, Kent.
I had one of those one time. A neighbor let me borrow it, and it was pretty neat. I wanted it to. It sounds weird, but it didn't hurt enough. Like I really wanted it to just. When my back was hurting, I just wanted it to really pull it into place, like one of those torture machines where they stretch you. Like oddly, I think that might feel good on my back.
Yeah. So no, Bob, I don't have any snow to shovel, so.
Thank goodness for that. You took your blower off, right? You made the switch. You made the changeover.
Yeah.
The loader's back on.
So the loader's on and the wood chipper. So because we were cleaning up all the ice storm damage that we got. So that's taking precedent until I can get to doing the trench for my water line. So I'll put the backhoe back on probably next month to do that.
The trench you started last spring, right?
Yep.
Nice. Brian's asking a question about it. Now you don't have a stump grinder, right? You have a wood chipper.
Wood chipper and the backhoe. So.
That's pretty nice. I guess you don't really need a stump grinder if you have that.
I just dig them up.
Yeah, nice. Well, I do not have the backhoe, so I would like a stump grinder too. And I have the Woodland Mills wood chipper, which is fantastic. So I imagine the stump grinder is good too. But we'll see if anybody answers that question for Brian.
Yeah, I think definitely a stump grinder would be faster than digging them up. But I got it with the tractor, so use it. Use what you have.
That's true. That's the motto.
Yeah.
Use what you have. Sometimes use what other people have.
Yeah.
Sometimes so. So let's bring on a couple more guests here and see what's happening. So we'll try to make room for a few more. Of course, a couple regulars are popping in the background. Our good friend Chris from the Watershed, he's going to come on here right now. Hey, Chris.
Hey, how's everybody?
Chris.
Great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm lamenting the weather. It's beautiful every day during the work week, and then the weekends roll around here and it rains.
It's happening like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to happen again this weekend too.
Yeah. Well, I can't complain because we've had those forecasts here, and then it kind of fizzles out. The weekends have been pretty nice. So
Right.
I looked ahead and like, oh no, it's going to be crummy, and then it doesn't really happen. So I'm not complaining. But you can if it's happening. to you.
Yeah,
Maybe
it just
maybe
makes
it stays south. All that rain stays south.
Yeah, it makes it challenging to get anything done. So
Yeah.
my content shows the weather.
Exactly. I understand that for sure. So, how's the watershed or the overlook?
Oh, it's good. I've kind of missed the opportunity for some content. Uh, a couple weeks ago, I took the tractor. I had everything here at my house, and I took it all back to the overlook. And the road had not really been tended much since early winter. And it would have made great content, but the road was in really poor shape, and I had a finite amount of time, so I just had to do the work, and so I didn't get to film it. So
I get it. Sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah.
That's just.
But that road looks good, man.
Yeah.
That's the one you take care of?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So
Yeah. Well, you've got you got a land plane, didn't you? Or I know you sold your scraper blade.
no, and that's the other content that I've sort of stumbled over. No, I sold the rear blade that I bought when I bought the tractor, and I bought just a little bigger one with the idea that I was going to add hydraulics to it. And I actually started that video only to find out that the hydraulic kit, which was for the blade that I purchased, wasn't going to fit after waiting for the parts for like 3 weeks. So I actually just tonight I went up to the Kubota dealer and picked up the correct kit. So I'll be filming
Okay.
that here. And
Because you did put the rear remotes in place.
yeah.
So you're ready to go there.
And I did have a little job I did this weekend for my neighbor where I was cursing that I didn't have the hydraulics on the blade.
Right. Nice.
So it's coming. It's coming.
Hey, I'd like to balance out the screen a little bit and bring our friend Mark from Anisto Key, another Canadian friend, correct?
Yep.
All right. There's Mark in the lower corner. Hey, Mark, how are you?
Hey, folks, how we doing?
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
How is your world?
Well, we're slowly getting rid of the snow. I've been working here. I'm just off today there now, but 2 days ago, we were putting grit down for the trucks so they wouldn't fall off the road. And then today and yesterday, later, we have been playing in mud pies. So eventually the snow's going to go away.
Eventually. So, and you've got bees that you're keeping?
Yeah, my wife Mari, she's still got that one hive that we got. We've ordered 2 nooks this year, and actually I printed off some frame portions to make another hive. So we're hopefully expanding, and we didn't get any honey last year, so we're hoping that we can actually have some sweet taste of that golden nectar. So
Was last year your first year with the hive?
yeah, it was. Yeah,
Okay.
we'd done a couple of little quick videos on it, but didn't. They did. I don't think this group that we had last year made it. Once everything's uncovered completely, then we'll take a look and see what we got. But I'll be really surprised if this last year's hive made it. So we'll start again and hope for better luck.
Well, be careful because my sister, who was on the live stream, she is out of her mind with busyness right now. She's got so many hives going, and I don't know what drives her. I'm talking to you, Linda. I know you're watching, but yeah.
Well, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that one very much. So it was really good. It actually I sent that live stream link over to my wife so that she could watch it again. So because it was quite informative. So
I've learned a lot.
Oh,
learned a lot about that. So it's very interesting. So with this kind of weather, what are you working on these days?
Well, getting things ready to getting back to sawing full time here. Went out a couple weekends ago and got a couple more tamarack with my buddy Justin. He's got all that forestry equipment, so went and did it the easy way and had him load up the trailer with his big Rotney and made life easy. Moving these trees around that are 1,500 pounds, some of them, and he just puts them on the trailer. I bring them home, lift them up with the LX, and get them ready to put on the mill. So
yeah, nice. Now, do you have the same LX that Chris has, the 2610?
My 2610, yeah. The difference being is mine's got the cab. Mine's pretty much the same as JP's, other than I ended up getting the large tire option, which gave me, I think, an inch more. But anyway.
But it looks pretty cool, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They do look pretty beefy with the bigger tires on them.
Yeah, well, and the big thing for, having the cab and, this winter that we've had this year, it just seemed like every other day we were in there, and it was really nice not having to dress up in a snowsuit to go blow snow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if I had a tractor with a cab and a snow blower, I wouldn't mind snow. But since I don't have that, I'm happy that we've had pretty mild winters.
Yeah, you didn't have much snow at all this year, did you?
No, if any, really, if any at all. So, Chris, do you regret not having a cab, or would you want one? Or sometimes they could be a little bit of a problem. He's muted there, Chris.
Yep, sorry. My dog was talking to the neighbors a minute ago. So
Appreciate the mute then.
yeah. I'd love to have a cab. And one of these days, if I upgrade, that would be the real upgrade. I mean, my tractor, I think, is perfectly fine in size for the uses that I have for it. But as I get older, having that air conditioning, and particularly as we roll into this time of the year at the Overlook, we're just deer flies all over the place, and that is just a misery when you're out trying to, if I'm out working the road for 3 hours and just fighting those flies the whole time, that's just no fun. So if if I could go to like an LX 33X, I don't know, they've got some new models, but yeah, I'd like to have a cab at some point. I know Dave, Polar Express is cringing as I say that.
Yeah. Yeah, not only does David use a snowblower, his is on the back, right? So he has to. Yeah. He blows the snow backwards.
So I'm very torn about a cab. All through winter, I'm like, I want a cab. I'm gonna make my own cab this summer, and I keep thinking all this stuff. And then now that I'm riding it with no cab, I'm like, I really like it without a cab through the whole summer. So I can just put up a couple more layers of clothing, and then I look back at the videos, and I'm like absolutely wind blown and frostbite, and I'm like, I want.
It's a pretty simple solution. You have two tractors.
Yeah.
It is simple.
Yeah.
They're still offering 0% financing. I mean, come on, make it so easy for you.
Bank's got lots of money.
That's right. It. Zero down, 0% financing. You just have to,
Kubota has cut back. I mean, on tractors, they still offer it, but I was talking to my salesman just a week or so ago, and for things like ZTRs and things like that, they've cut it back. They still offer 0% APR, but now it's like 36 months.
Oh.
So, makes it a little less appealing. My mower is reaching the end of life, and I was kind of like, well, but no, not at that price point.
Yeah, see, they may get back to that. It may, but it worked for me. So
the biggest pain I find with the cab, like you say, Ross, is that summertime when you're doing the off and on, off and on, off and on.
Yeah.
My Kubota dealer there in Thunder Bay, he said, "Don't break the window, or don't break the door, and don't move at all with that door open, because it's like $5,000 to replace the window or the door." So it's like,
wow.
Okay, yeah. Well, if it gets to the point that it's a real pain, I'll take it off and put it in a safe place. But I don't really want to be breaking that window, because they're nice and warm, but it can be.
Are the doors removable?
With tools, yes.
Okay,
it's not like a Jeep door where it just slides off or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, because I could see that. I mean, you have air conditioning, so
yes,
that's that would make it easier. But if you have a tractor, I guess like Ross, if you added a cab, now you're gonna get toasted in there, right? In the summertime.
Yeah. And for the BX, like you have to use the backhoe, you have to take the whole back, like the back window out, so you can rotate your seat, and then you have to pop the canopy up.
Oh.
Right? So you have to use it that way. You can't just swing the chair around and use it within the cab. So that would be off most of the time anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have a cab right now on my ROPS, or a canopy with lights and stuff on it. So I don't know if like getting rid of all of that just for a cab, which is right now I think $14,000 for the cab here in Canada.
And you
That
get
would be
rid
the canopy of distinction
distinction.
you're talking about, right?
That's my canopy of distinction. Yes.
Well, John makes a good point here that Curtis is a good aftermarket option. So you can
Yes.
pop the doors off in the summertime. And do they add? Do you have an external heater, or is it just heat that comes off through the floor and transmission?
I know you can get small heaters for them that run
Okay.
off the engine and stuff.
That's good.
Dave-
Go ahead, Mark.
I was just going to say, David Polar Express, RCF Polar Express. I'm not sure if he wants to be my friend anymore now, because we've kind of had a little bit of a back and forth on our videos. But I'm just kidding, Dave. I know you love us.
David is everybody's friend. He's a good guy for sure.
Yeah.
Very supportive. We appreciate it. So yeah, I personally don't have a need for a cab and don't really have a desire for one. I sometimes feel like it would be too bulky and would get in the way. Although I felt that way about a canopy, but then was one summer, you saw the video with Ann mowing the field. She loves to mow, and one summer she said, "I'd like a roof on the tractor." So we got the Artilian canopy, and I have to say I really like it a lot. I love that it's removable with a couple clips. You just squeeze a couple handles and lift it off. It's lightweight aluminum, and I thought I was going to be taking it off more than I am, but it turns out I leave it on almost all the time, and I just avoid low branches when I'm mowing, which you kind of have to avoid anyway if your ROPS are folded up. Yeah. I always get confused. Are they folded down or folded up? But anyway, I like the canopy.
I'd like to have a canopy as well, but I have to fold the ROPS down every time I go in and out, and I think that would wear me out in a hurry.
Yeah, you'd have to remove the canopy and then.
Yep.
I mean, it's not hard to do, but it still would be another.
When you're as lazy as I am, it would be very difficult.
Can you trailer
Well,
with that canopy?
No,
Can you trailer with it?
I saw a video where somebody did it and it folded in half.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They say that on mine as well, not to trailer with the canopy on it.
That's a good point. One thing neat about the Artilian canopy is you can take it off and reverse it, so it hangs over the back. I don't know if I would trailer with that, but it's a neat little feature that you can have it facing forward, or if you have a backhoe, you can turn it around and cover the back end of it. But I really don't tow my tractor because I don't have a big enough trailer for it, so it's not a problem for me. But they are nice. They are nice.
Yes, for sure.
So I'm looking through these comments, see if anybody else has any questions or comments. We've got the B series represented with me. We've got the BX with Ross and the LX series with Mark and Chris here. So we're covering all. I mean, it's all Kubotas, which just happens to be coincidence, but it's what we are. So
There's nothing wrong with the color orange.
No.
there's not. There's not.
I see in the comments that
think I'm
Brian made
biased.
his own canopy.
My brother-in-law made a canopy out of an old car hood on his well, I think it was an old Oliver tractor, but he's got the hood of a car right up there, and it actually works pretty well.
Does he say what he made it out of, Chris?
Let's
I
ask him.
don't see it.
Ask him, Chris.
Yeah, Brian, can you tell us what you made the canopy out of?
There you go. Yeah, you're right, Margaret. Linda should join us and tell us what's happening with the bees. Everybody wants to follow up with that.
Yeah, the camera presence must run in the family, Ed, because you guys are both very, polished on screen.
I appreciate that. I would say that she's more polished than I am, not because of the camera, but because she's a retired school teacher and did a great job, presenting. And those educators, they're special people. That's the fact.
This is true.
Yep. So.
And underpaid.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I have a question for orange liking Kubota people. What paint matches the orange if I can't find the orange? Is it a Krylon stuff?
Home Hardware's got it.
Okay.
I've got a can. I'll have to do a quick little short and put it up there.
Hold that thought.
Oh,
Nice.
you can get it through different. I think Krylon. I think even Rust-Oleum
I
sells
think that's what
Kubota
it is
orange.
at Home Hardware is Rust-Oleum.
Okay.
We've got Tractor Supply stores here, and they sell aftermarket Kubota color.
Right.
I don't know if it's as good as genuine dealer Kubota paint. I painted a small dent. Actually, that hood that I replaced when I bent my tractor, I had sprayed some on that, and it's sitting out in the sun. It's getting all faded, but the original paint looks good.
Sorry.
What do you have there, Chris?
I guess I took it with me to the Overlook, and so it's there. So I had some cans that were a pretty good match. I can't remember, but Ross, I'll look and I'll send it to you.
Sure, great.
We can wait. How far is the Overlook?
I can drive down there and start my own live stream once I get
Yeah,
there.
you can, right?
Yeah.
Brian says he used treated lumber and corrugated metal to make his canopy.
Oh, nice.
Oh, like metal roofing. That's good. That's pretty lightweight.
Yeah. Very nice.
Home
Very
Depot
nice.
has it. Okay.
So,
Yeah, I've got
that's
a-
interesting. Linda commented on my brother-in-law's hood. It was from my 1987 GMC pickup. I had hit a deer and bent the hood and actually got it replaced and gave him the hood. Interesting. I didn't know that. You should put the hood ornament on. That 87 GMC had one of those square hood ornaments that I loved. I mean, it was just, thought that was the coolest truck ever. I think I talked about first vehicles one time on the live stream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So yeah, Linda, you can send a picture in for next week's live stream. We can see the canopy, a different canopy of distinction, the GMC canopy.
Yeah. Brian says he got his paint at Home Depot, Kubota Orange. Now, is that in Canada or is that in the States?
Don't know.
Jason is probably in.
Oh, it's Brian he's talking about.
Oh, Brian.
Yeah.
Just above that.
I don't think I've ever seen implement colors at Home Depot. But
I think the paint I bought came from Tractor Supply, but I'll have to find out.
yeah. Oh, speaking of bees, I got stung the other day right on my eyebrow, and it still has a bump there. It was 2 days ago. And usually when I get stung, I'll swell up within a couple hours. This one didn't really react, and I woke up the next morning and I couldn't hardly open my eye. It was so weird. I don't even know if it was a bee. I didn't think it was a wasp, but it was.
Well, the last time that became content, Ed. I'm a little sorry, but
Yeah, I did show a picture last time. I looked like Cyclops or something from Star Trek: Next Generation, I suppose. So. And there are two. I mean, we all have newer tractors, but I learned years ago there are two Kubota. I know this is 4, but there are two Kubota orange colors. If you knew that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like pre 1994 or pre 1992 or 89, one of those years, Kubota changed their color. So there's new Kubota orange and there's original Kubota orange.
Yeah, there's two grays as well.
Yes, there is 2 grays. I know that.
Okay.
That's right. One's like a bluish gray, right? Like a steel gray.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going to say that one was faded orange and one was just regular new.
Yeah, right. Pre 89, it's faded orange. It's pre-faded. So yeah, Tractor Supply has it. That's where I bought the can that I have, and then
Yeah, up here.
Brian's saying Allie's Chambers orange, but that's not the same color, right?
Oh.
Hmm.
They changed the name of the TSCs up here. They're now called PV Marts, aren't they, Ross?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
It was Tractor Supply.
Yeah.
And it's changed now, huh?
Yeah.
I think the closest PV Mart now for me is 8 hours away.
Yeah.
And the closest Home Depot is 3 hours away. So
PV Mart is what it's called.
Yeah.
yeah, PEAVY.
Interesting.
So it was a Western company that took over the store, the TSC stores.
Was that what it was? Okay.
Yeah,
Just in Canada, I guess, huh?
that's right. Yeah,
Right.
because we weren't actually Tractor Supply. It was TSC store,
Yeah.
which was the Tractor Supply store, but it was an offshoot of the American one. So same branding and stuff like that, but
Right.
I think
Yeah.
we had the first Tractor Supply in New Jersey come here. I think they started out in I don't know where the first place was that I saw one. Maybe in the South. Don't know, but we have several around now. It's a fun place to go.
I'd like to see well, up here we call them Princess Auto. It's sort of like
Oh yeah,
we don't, closest Princess Auto for me is 9 hours away. So, it's all, it's as easy to order Amazon as it is to do anything else. So, but, trying to get specialty tools for
I could probably be at Princess Auto 9 hours away, and I'm not even. There's none around here.
I could almost get the Ross house.
Exactly.
just get Chris to order it, and he'll drive it up to me.
Yeah.
There you go.
We have another Kubota expert here in the green room, or the orange room as we call it. Another one of our good friends. Can you guess who it is?
I would think Mr. Ritter.
Yeah,
You are right. Hello, John is in the car. It looks like.
Hey, John.
How's it going?
Are you waiting outside dance class again or something?
That is exactly it. Here's the parking lot that I am always waiting in here on a Monday night. I've got my snacks here. I've got myself some smoked salmon once again, and carrots. I went healthy today. Smoked salmon and carrots, but I had to come here and talk to you guys about the paint because you didn't see my comment, I don't think.
Oh, well, then just lay it on us live then, Sean.
All right. The
Live
brand
comment.
of paint that you're all looking for that I found that works really well that I've been using is called Old 55. Old 55 is the brand of paint, and they have all the colors, both Kubota orange colors, every kind of John Deere, Massey Ferguson, you name it, Hollis Chalmers, all the brands. So that's what you need.
Where do you
I will
find
look
it?
it up.
I don't know where you can find it. They do have a website. So I find
That's what you want. You just can't find it.
Well, we have a Fleet Farm store here, and that's where I get it here. But
Okay.
so if you're looking for it, you might be able to find it on Amazon even. I don't know, but that's the brand. It has a good quality tractor color, and it's cheap, right? It's cheaper than It's cheaper than Rust-Oleum and stuff, but it works really well. So there you go.
Perfect.
In fact, I have a whole gallon of it in my garage somewhere of Kubota orange, only because it was on sale. It was like $10 for the whole gallon, so I had to buy it.
You have to spray it on then, I guess.
I might have to, yeah, or paint something.
They have. I looked it up. They have both. You can buy it in cans or in rattle cans.
Yep,
Okay.
spray can or brush it on any way you want. So there you have it, guys.
Nice. I'm actually looking in the background here at Amazon, and I don't see Old 55, but I do see
Okay.
Rust-Oleum Farm Paint, Krylon.
Yeah.
Not the Old 55.
Well, if you're looking for it, keep searching. You'll find it somewhere.
Yeah, I saw it was at Fleet Farm. That's where I don't know if that's maybe their brand because that's where I found it too. Just searching.
Yeah, I
I've
don't
never
know.
even heard of that store.
I don't know if it's their store brand. But the store is called Fleet Farm. You can probably order it and have it delivered too.
They had one in Oshkosh when I lived down there, but
Yeah.
I haven't been to one since.
Okay. You got to
Did
come
you say
down.
Fleet, like Fleet? Fleet Farm?
Fleet Farm. Yep.
Fleet Farm. Got it.
That's the
Ron, I'll
one.
have to get you to buy some, and I'll come pick it up.
Art sounds like a good deal. We'll have to meet in Duluth sometime. I didn't know that you would come down this far.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's only road miles. Absolutely, sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
That's
well,
all it is. Ricky
Yeah.
Ventures says it's a Wisconsin-based store, Fleet Farm.
Okay.
yeah, they're Wisconsin based. Yep. So there's a few of them in southern Minnesota, but I don't think there's any further north than Brainerd, Minnesota. So I think that's as far north as they go.
All right. Mike
Yeah.
says that you should be another Fred Astaire by summer, John, with all these dance classes you go to. You just need to.
Yeah, I've got no coordination. It's not dance class tonight. It's choir practice. choir
Oh,
practice
choir.
tonight. Yep, choir
Wow.
practice tonight, and then dance practice on Wednesday. So that's
You guys,
that's our weekly
you sing and dance. We'll be,
sing and
we'll be
dance.
putting on a show
Singing in the
for it.
rain.
That's awesome.
Absolutely, sure.
So, John, is all your snow gone?
Yes, finally. Oh my goodness, but it's still not warming up. It took forever to get into the 40s today, and it's at 43 degrees right now. So it's we're still a long ways off from any warmth or anything growing, and I've got projects to do. So
Yep.
Well, you can see I got plants sitting in the window there right now, and it's getting to the point that they're getting big enough, and I need to put them somewhere. And I'm not planting them in the snow.
this might be a year where I actually start planting some stuff inside before too long, because otherwise I'll be too far behind. I won't get my salsa made until school starts, and then I'm just too busy.
Yeah. It takes a lot of pre-planning. I mean, before you know it, like here we are a week away from May, and there were times when I had things planted in the garden sometimes too early, like end of March, but we've got nothing in the ground now. We like to plant flowers, and I'll be running the rototiller soon for that, but we're kind of behind, and I made the mistake of doing it too early in years past, because we'd have a fake spring in March thinking, oh, it's here, I'll rototill, and then it changes. So
yeah, well,
it's hard.
I've been wanting. We have perennials that pop up along our fence every year, and they grow pretty fast. But I want to paint the fence before they start growing, and the weather hasn't been very cooperative to get out there and paint. So, and I still have yet to finish pressure washing half of it. But it's always something.
It is for sure.
Either dance class or choir practice or something.
I'd like to take a pause here from this great conversation and do my sticker giveaway here. I'm going to give away the bumper sticker and the other "I'm really glad you're here" sticker. And so I'm going to do that, and I'll throw it out there if any of you folks would like to participate and join. There you go. Look at Chris holding up stickers, and Ross and Mark. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the sticker giveaway, and whoever wins, I'm going to share your mailing address with those out there who would like to also send you a sticker.
Sounds good. I don't have a sticker on me, but you can count me in too.
There we go. 5 sets of stickers. So let's do that as soon as
Or, John, you can send some smoked salmon.
I want the salsa.
I don't share my salsa.
You make it, but you don't share
I
it?
know. I've dropped enough hints. There's never been an offer.
No, it's funny. My wife even buys store-bought salsa to put in her eggs and stuff because she likes it mixed, and I won't let her use mine.
My salsa. All right. Well, for the sticker giveaway, if you're new to the live stream, you'll just enter a phrase in the live chat exactly the way I share it with you. And this is for 5 sets of stickers.
Hashtag salsa.
That would be good. I'm not that quick on it, though. So enter in the live chat. Anybody can enter. You guys are okay sending your stickers anywhere in the world?
Sure.
All right. Yep. So enter hashtag MCG Live.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Well, I didn't see that one coming.
I try to surprise you every week, John.
I didn't even try to guess tonight.
Threw me off. Didn't someone right the other day?
Is there? I know I have some. Okay, the numbers are coming in now. Remember, guys who are my moderators, that I put some kind of phrase up there and YouTube blocked it, and you had to approve every comment.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah.
It was
must have had some
just like
hidden
a
meaning.
3-letter thing. I don't know whether that had anything to do with it or not.
Must have stood for something.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
I can't even remember.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it must have. YouTube didn't like it, and
Yeah.
they had to approve every entry. So thank you, moderators. I appreciate that.
Kept us on our toes that night.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Clicking like madmen.
Ed, you were talking about tilling. You've got
Yes.
a land pride?
Yes, the Land Pride RGA 1255. No, something like I forget the name now. Anyway,
Right on.
Land Pride.
I
Forward rotation.
Who was it now? I watched a video earlier and they did the head-to-head with the Titan.
That was was Phil Peterson. Peterson Farms in
Peter
Nashville.
Farm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a really good video, I thought.
Yeah, that was a good comparison.
So I made the mistake and built raised garden beds for all my gardens.
Me too.
And now I can't use anything. I'd have to break them all apart to use a tiller.
I plan on
But-
using it on the whole yard.
You probably don't have rabbits eating your garden.
I do, yeah. I've got animals everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Our own rabbits and other rabbits and chickens and foxes and all the gophers and all that.
Ross, I bet your front end loader could fix that problem.
How many groundhogs have you caught?
It's not a problem, it's an opportunity, right?
Right. I'm surprised you have wildlife around there because you have your dogs running around all the time too.
Yeah.
We had a raccoon show up here. We don't have raccoons.
No?
No, climbing around eating all the sunflower seeds we had for the birds over the winter. So
I stopped putting bird seed out. I love having the bird feeder out, but our dog Hachi loves bird seed, and she just would be constantly under the bird feeder eating the bird seed that they dropped. And and then if she ate so much she couldn't hold it in, and she would leave little bird seed surprises in the house.
It's not a granola bar. It's not a granola bar.
It looked like it, and really, I mean, it looked just like it went the way it went in. But but anyway, I thought that's not. I can't have her eating all that bird seed.
We have somewhat of an opposite problem at our place. The rabbit that lives around our yard and in our gardens loves to eat the bird seed, but then the neighbor's dog loves to eat the little rabbit chocolate chips all over the yard.
Oh yeah. Yeah, our dogs always love to find rabbit droppings, deer droppings. They either eat them or they roll in them.
Yeah.
Different sense. All right, let's hit this draw button. We've got 37 entries here. I think we've given folks plenty of time to draw. So let's
38.
see what we come up with.
What's it going to be?
Somebody's stuck in there. Drum roll, anyone? Uh-oh, we lost somebody. Who dropped off?
we lost
John,
John.
John.
Red Rider.
Red
Red
Rider,
Rider.
2011 Red Rider. Congratulations.
Congrats.
You're the winner
There you go.
of 5 sticker pack giveaways. That's awesome. Big winner tonight. Well, Red Rider, here's what you have to do. You have to send me an email at contactmcgtv@gmail.com. Send your name, your postal mailing address, and I will share that with these fine folks if you don't mind. And you'll get 5 different envelopes in the mail sometime.
Two from
After the
Canada, as you say.
Yeah.
2 from Canada. That's right.
That's
right. So anyway, send me that email and we will get these out to you. Congratulations, 2011 Red Rider. Nice. So John must have had to run into class or something.
Maybe, yeah.
Run out of data, maybe.
Maybe that too.
Did,
All right.
Did anybody happen to see the latest video that Joseph, the garden tractor boy, published?
The retro video that he shared.
It was a promotional video that he found of some Westwood, I guess, which is I suppose a British tractor, but it was from like 1980. If you haven't seen it,
I watched that. I love those old films.
It's a real throwback.
Yeah, it was really well done too.
Yeah, I had a helicopter, camera shots and all kinds of stuff.
It
It makes you really appreciate drones because those shots are much better than the helicopter shots.
It's exactly what I thought when I saw their aerials.
Yeah.
And then you could even see the helicopter shadow in one of the shots.
Yep.
So that was a big budget video back then for sure.
It was.
Yeah, but it was. They really stretched it out. Like I feel like you could have talked about all that in a much shorter time.
Oh yeah.
Was
Yeah,
like
they were
13
trying to
years
tell
long or
some kind of story. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know where they would where would you even have seen
Yeah.
that?
It lasted as long as a real cricket game. which
Right.
was, yeah,
That's true.
pretty awful.
John says he hit the wrong button.
Threw himself out.
Uh-huh. Finger problems.
Well, we're about to wrap up anyway. Is that message for you, Chris? I'm asking about YouTube.
It's called
Garden
Garden Tractor Boy is the name of the channel that has that on there.
From the UK.
Yeah, he and his dad were guests on the show back.
They were.
not long
That's
ago.
right. So that was fun to see that.
He said there's more coming. I don't know where he got them from, but he's got a couple more too.
Nice.
That would be neat if that really helps his channel take off too. You know, that might be like a neat little thing to have
Niche
that exactly that niche would be right. I lost my screen. There we are. So there you go. There's the link to the video that we're talking about. I just shared that, so you can click on that as we wrap up here and lose that. All right. Anyway, thank you, 3 gentlemen, for joining me along with John tonight. I really appreciate seeing you. This was a lot of fun, as it always is. It's great to catch up. I should probably do this on a more regular basis, like the first of the month or something. But I think the last time we did this might have been January. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So, and for those of you watching at home, you can check out any of these channels and check out their content as well. We all appreciate you being here, and people watch because of Kubota content, I suppose, right?
Yep.
Tractors. So. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the opportunity to come back on again, Ed. Greatly appreciate
Always
it.
fun. Always fun.
Good to see you. Always. All right. Well, thanks very much, folks. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll be back next Monday. Should be back next Monday. Again, I've been talking to John Furness, the blind woodsman, and his wife, and we're trying to get that scheduled here pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. Be a good time.
Yes. Excellent.
All right. Well, have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you all next time.